I've been looking for an electric screwdriver for a while now, so I decided to purchase both the WowStick and this Skil electric screwdriver. Let's go ahead and see which one's better. Skil has a classic design that is kind of what you're used to. Almost looks like a little drill, but it's definitely the specifications of an electric screwdriver. I mean, it charges in 3 hours. It has a 42-piece set. Yeah, nothing really to write home about. And this is basically how it came. And this is the unboxing. Just one little zip tie. All right, let's go ahead and unbox it. That was thrilling. All right, let's go ahead and now open this up. It's nice that it's all encased in this case, and it doesn't lock in place. So when you open it, just be mindful that you may want to just lay it flat. And we definitely have a nice assortment of bits, and hey, check that out. We even get a manual screwdriver. Let's go ahead and take that out. Well, it doesn't really want to come out. I mean, really shouldn't be this difficult. I'm struggling here. Just hold on. There we go. So yeah, so your electric screwdriver is charging. You could just put this in. Okay, so apparently when you get it out, it doesn't want to go back in. Sounds like a personal problem, but we'll get this squared away in just a few seconds. Maybe not. One more time. I'm sure we just gotta get it in the right area. Okay, perfect. So we have this assortment of bits here that we can use. Yeah, not too bad. We even get a little extension, magnetic extension. We get a USB charger. Just seems like everything is USB charging. And we get the micro USB style. Oh, looks like the manual is underneath all this. Didn't really want to come out of its little Ziploc bag, but yep, everything's legible and you can read it. Let's put this off to the side. We do have a sponsor for today's video. This video is sponsored by PCBWay. You looking for a PCB manufacturer? Look no further. PCB prototyping, SMDs, stencils, PCB assembly, flexible PCBs, and advanced PCBs. Just want a quote? Well, no order is too small or too big. You want 5? You want 500? You want 5,000? Build a quote here. What's this? They offer 3D printing, CNC machining, sheet metal fabrication, injected molding. It's a one-stop shop. Yes, again, they can help you with your assembly. Things get a little out of hand, they'll build the board for you. Pretty darn sweet. Again, they offer advanced PCBs as well. They also have a great community section where people share their products, or their inventions actually. It's great to go ahead and review what other people are working on. Thank you PCBWay for sponsoring this video. And now let's carry on. Alright, let's go ahead and open up this WowStick. Packaging, lithium screwdriver SD63, a picture of it on the front. USB-C, that looks to be like a charging indicator light. In the back, not much going on, just showing silver, lithium, standard bit size, address, website, phone number, and a couple more pictures on the side. Alright, let's go ahead and open it. Nope, not going to use snips for this. I don't know where my box opener is, so we're going to use that really sharp X-Acto knife. Definitely make sure that blade is on tight. Let's go ahead and start opening. This is typically what you see nowadays with packaging. Everything is in little boxes and neatly packed, which is nice. But this is very difficult to read. Basically, this is saying, oh, don't use it as a hammer and don't get it wet. Then you have this part here, which is more important, saying, hey, you know, this is how many bits it has, it's the torque, and what it's made out of. Huh, okay, but get a magnifying glass to read it, or get a younger person to read it. Oh, this feels empty. Wonder what's in here. Oh, we got a USB-C cord. And what is this thing? It is, oh, guess if you lose your grip, you could put this on. But this is a pretty small USB-C cord. And what do we have here? Ah, okay, well, we got all the bits. Seems like we got a good variety here. Yeah, it's got enough here to do the job. Standard sizes. Not too bad. All right, well, this must be the screwdriver. The dual power screwdriver, that is. Got some foam to keep it centered in the box. Oh, okay, well, guess that's meant to come off. That's 2 pieces. Okay. Set these off to the side then. And take the rest of the foam off. There is a charge light and a on-off switch on the back of it, but we'll get to that a little bit later. Well, it looks like I made a little bit of a mess here. I guess I'll have to start cleaning up and make everything nice and neat again. Okay, let's go ahead and charge these up. Like I said, everything is just USB charging nowadays. This takes a micro USB, and it does come with it. That's pretty nice. So of course it's keyed for the micro, so it can only go in one way, so don't force it. Plug it in, and you get a charging indicator light. As I said on the back of the box, it could take up to 3 hours to charge from a dead battery. Now let's go ahead and look at the WowStick here. Okay, it's got a USB-C on the back, very short cord. I don't know why they can't make it longer, but that is what it is. And it's got a very small switch here. Yeah, we want to make sure it's in the off position. There is a charging indicator light on the back, so let's go ahead and plug it in. Oh, wait. Well, we need to find a USB charger.
I'll plug it in. I left my charger at home.
I got to plug into my computer, so let me find a power brick. Oh, of course, wrong way. And Oreo's barking. So we're plugged in. And how long to charge? Well, doesn't say. I had to go on the Kickstarter page to find out that it takes 2 hours to charge. And the charging indicator light is not turning on. So I will plug it in and we'll come back when everything's fully charged.
3 hours later.
Well, the Skil is charged because I could tell it's charged. I would guess that I would have to assume the WowStick is charged too, since indicator light doesn't work. Let's just go ahead and unplug it and let's check to see if these are actually magnetic. As you can see the magnet inside of the Skil. Let's remove these sleeves, and the WowStick, you can see the magnet inside. Alright, let's go ahead and put a bit in, and when you put these bits in, since it's magnetic, it'll make it easier to hold on to the screws as well. Nice gratifying click. And let's just check the WowStick. Nice. Sometimes it could be a pain in the rear to move them after they're secured in. Let's check the sound on these. Again, this little switch is a pain, but I got it in the first try. WowStick is pretty silent. How about the Skil? A little bit louder. But let's check out forward and reverse. The Skil, you have to toggle the switch up and down, and the WowStick is just press it in the direction that you want. Well, I think the WowStick wins that one for ease of use. Now let's check about storage within the screwdriver. This one for the WowStick will hold about 12 bits. What do you do with the rest of them? Guess you just leave them at home. I don't know, throw them in your pocket. So
nobody notices what I have in my front pocket.
How about the Skil? Well, it looks like the Skil You can only store 2 on the side. It's basically a classic drill design. So it is what it is. I mean, that's why Skil has a carrying case. I have this old Futaba radio. Let's just take a couple screws out. It's pretty heavy. I guess it still has, yes, some Walgreens batteries from about 10 years ago. It's an FM radio. Oh, would you look at that? They still work after like 10 years. I've purchased batteries from other manufacturers, and they haven't worked after a year. All right, let's put a Phillips screwdriver in, a bit, and let's back out a couple screws. This is a pretty easy test. They're not really torqued in, and the Skil handles it with no problem. And let's go ahead and try the WowStick next. Now let's just use the WowStick and unscrew it. Worked fine. I could probably use a little bit bigger of a bit because you heard it like skipping. Well, let's go ahead and screw it back in. No problem. Worked like a charm. All right. Oh, got to flip the switch. Yeah, let's screw it in. Ooh, wow, you can hear the torque on that. It might be a little bit too tight of a screw. All right, sometimes you may receive some furniture that you need to assemble. And you'll need to self-tap a screw into some MDF. That's what we're going to test right now. Now, these are not drills. They're electric screwdrivers. We're just checking the torque on them. But some are going to say, well, tripod? I've never had to do that. I'm like, well, I know I have. Otherwise, I wouldn't be doing this test. This is a small self-tapping screw, and these electric screwdrivers should be able to handle it. Now, this may be a little bit more dense of MDF, but it's a good test to see how powerful these are. Because you can always say torque, 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 but this Skil did a pretty good job. Not completely flush, but I don't expect it to be. Now, let's try the WowStick. The Skil has a pistol grip, so it's a lot easier to push on it. Now, the WowStick, you don't have that type of leverage. So we're going to just try to push as hard as we can on it. And you kind of hear it struggling already. All right, let's turn this camera around and see how far both of these screws went in. Well, you can see the Skil on the top went in just a little bit further than the WowStick on the bottom. Now let's try a long deck screw. Now this is definitely going to go through the other side, and you're most likely not going to build a deck with one of these electric screwdrivers. But this is very coarse thread on this screw, and we want to see if it actually goes through the other side. And you can tell by the change of sound that it definitely did. All right, Skil handled it with not a problem. Now let's try the WowStick. Again, starting these is a pain, and did some magical film editing, and that's about it. Still trying, but all right. That's all the WowStick has. Now let's turn it on its side. Yep. The WowStick just doesn't have the torque as the Skil does. So let's go ahead and back these out. Now, before I decide who the winner is, I decided to go to Harbor Freight. And yes, I opened this ahead of time because this is awful packaging. And you know what? The struggle was really real. And I decided to get some extra bits. This was about $20 for this assortment, and they're actually impact rated. Am I going to use it for impact? No. But what I like about them is that these bits are a little bit longer, and you know what? It has this little carrying holder for them all, and I think it's a great value. Now, I couldn't go to Harbor Freight without buying some more things. So we got some Freedom units. These are magnetic nut setter set. It's magnetic, so it can hold your nuts in place.
Got any nuts? I haven't got any nuts, sorry.
As you screw them. Pretty nice set here. So let's set that off to the side. Of course, I couldn't just buy those. I had to get the metric version.
The metric system is the tool of the devil!
So here we go. We got the metric nut setter set to set your nuts for the metric measurements. That doesn't want to stay in, but there's one specific... yeah, I'll get that later. There's one specific size that's the Holy Grail.
What is your quest?
To seek the Holy Grail.
Oh, would you look at that. The infamous 10mm. It's the socket that you need the most, and you can never find it. So you may want to buy some more. Well, I couldn't do without this either. The hex drill socket set. So say that you have some, sockets, and you just want to use them. Well, this adapter will let you just use what you currently have. All this costs about $35. Not too shabby. Which do I think is the winner? Well, I had to go with the Skil. It's ergonomic, it feels good in the hands, and you know what? It has the torque. And it comes with everything that you need to use it, especially the charger brick. And it has this nifty storage container to store everything for transport. Thanks again for tuning in to Tripod's Garage. Please have a wonderful day, evening, or weekend, or whenever you decide to watch this video. Thanks again. I'll catch you the next time on Tripod's Garage.